Hey there guys, just doing a couple of little bits tonight with the old brewing. I have the Kolsch is fermented out, it's ended at 1008, so it's still a little bit hazy I found. And in this keg I have my House Pale version 2, which I had another keg full and it's still hazy in the keg there. So what I thought is I'm going to do some gelatin findings. I've got the Dr. Oetker gelatin powder from Tesco. I've mixed up one sachet in 250 mils of water. Got it up to the 70 degrees Celsius or whatever it needed to be. There's plenty of videos on how to do it. This is not a how-to. But I'm going to I find the Kolsch in the fermenter, and I'll leave that for another 5 or 6 days before I keg it. But I'm going to find this keg now, and then I'm going to put it in the keezer because my chocolate milk stout has kicked. So I've got space in the keezer, and although this has been, it's been under 40 psi. I know it's ready to take on another hit of CO2 anyway, so I'll get the chocolate milk stout keg out, put it to one side. I'll get that cleaned up ready for the Kolsch, get this one in there, and then find it and then get it in there. So I mean, I'm going to just probably fast forward all of this because I'm sure you've seen it all before. Everything's clean, everything's sanitized, you know the drill. I should have actually put the keg in there first, but I'll pressurize it before I put it in anyway. So that's about a gram of gelatin per gallon of beer. So 5 or 6 grams of gelatin. I don't think it makes that much difference if you go over by a gram. It all settles out into the first pint anyway. Or so I've been told. It's my first time doing it. Purge it, although it probably doesn't need purging. CO2 would have sat in there nicely. Right, I can't get that fucking tap off. I need one of those keg tap tools and I haven't got one. So I'm just going to leave it on for now. I'm going to run some sanitizer through the pipes and just fucking live with it till I get one to change it. That tastes surprisingly nice for a 5.8% Kolsch. Overshot a bit on everything, undershot on volume, but otherwise, yeah, good times. Okay, one last thing before I go. Really interesting here. So, what I've got my normal House Pale, which is, they're both 4.7%. So this is a 4.7, and this one was done with WLP 002. And that is done with the From Garden Kveik yeast. So let me get a little pull out of this one. This House Pale is just it's such a lovely beer to drink. I won't be surprised if this keg kicks any day. Now the one thing obviously, the fact is that this one is going to be ice cold because I serve my beers at 4 degrees. You can see it's not clear, but flavor, the aroma and the flavor on this is so fruity. I mean, this is like a Citron Cascade up to the balls, basically. Same as this, same batch. So yeah, colors are exactly the same. I would say just as hazy for both of them, but this one is at 20 degrees, whatever it is in here. I'm not saying it tastes bad, but I'm saying the one with the Kveikt yeast has got so much more hop character in the flavour and in the aroma. I'll give this a little bit of time to settle. I'll give it some time to. The one other difference was this: I threw the hops in loose on this one, and these ones they were in a muslin bag because I needed to reharvest the WLP 002. So yeah, an interesting little experiment there, and surprising actually. I mean, I know the Kveikt yeast gives a fruity sort of flavour to the beer. It's part of the esters or whatever that it releases. But actually, it's a really nice flavour. So if I compare the two, I've used the exact same hops, the same everything. The one with WLP was in the fermenter for longer because it took longer to ferment. The Kveikt yeast one was about 6 days. But they both had the hops in for the same amount of time. And there's a temperature difference. But normally, when it's warmer, you get a little bit more aroma, a little bit more flavour, even if it's like the bad flavours, they come through a bit better. There's nothing bad about that, it's still very drinkable, and when it's cold, that's going to be lovely. But just like, there's a lot less pop in their hop character. I think I might have said that already. Anyway guys, that's me for sure now. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. You guys keep on brewing.